Welcome to the Dallas Eldercare channel, brought to you by the Vermillion Law Firm. Today's guest is Lisa Shardon, owner of Home Health Companions.
Hi, this is John Vermillion. I am an estate planning attorney and elder law attorney in Dallas, Texas, and I am a sponsor of the Eldercare channel. And today we are talking to Lisa Shardon.
Yes.
How are you, Lisa?
I'm good. How are you, John?
I'm doing great. Lisa, tell us the name of your organization.
Our company is called Home Health Companions,
Okay.
and we provide geriatric care management, we provide caregiving services, and we also provide nursing services. We are a private duty company.
So you've just said a whole lot in that little bit, because by providing the nursing services, you're a step ahead of just providing assistance with activities of daily living. Is that correct?
Yes, we're a licensed home health company in Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Okay, so that sets you apart from when we talk to the different providers of services to seniors, we like to know, well, what sets you apart from some of the other people?
Right. So we can provide medication management for people. We can provide nurse oversight. We also do a diabetic care program, and we also work with people who come home from surgery. Also people who have had plastic surgery.
Okay. Well, I think that's very interesting. Now, I had talked to you previously, and I had some information that at one time you were in human resources. Is that correct?
No, actually, I was in global customer service.
Okay, well, I got that wrong. Yeah. but either one means that you've been dealing with a lot of different types of people over your career.
Yes.
And the thing that I find interesting about that is when my grandmother had home health care, she would run the people from the home health care agency out of the house because she didn't like them.
Right.
And your background, even though you didn't start out in the home health care field and you moved into it, you're used to dealing with people and can I think detect quality.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
Yes. We, I think because of my background, we're uniquely positioned to handle difficult clients. We do handle challenging families, and people call us and say, I heard that you handled, you took care of my neighbor, and my neighbor's family said, that it was a very difficult situation, and you came in and helped. So I think we do have that skill set that sets us apart from other companies.
Well, and I think that's important, and that's why I brought that up, is that we can't we can never get away from the human element of care. It comes down to how are the people that are coming into the home able to work with the customers and the clients.
So that's what we do. And then also I to really get involved in this business, I actually took a course at the University of Florida for geriatric care management, and I got a certificate in geriatric care management, graduate certificate. Okay. So that's really how my professional certification comes.
Now, when should people call Home Health Companions?
Well, really, at the first time that you ever have a question that you can't answer, or you see a change in behavior with your family member or someone that you know, that's really the first time. And we can guide you along. We can even come out and do an assessment. We can find you services if you need something. And of course, most of our clients start out with basic caregiving.
I see, and that would be assistance with activities of daily living. And then you add on the nursing component or medical management.
Right, or the care management component.
Okay.
Where we actually help them find services or help them find a facility if they have to move, or help them with their home so they can stay in their home till the end of life if that's what they choose.
Can you give us an example of one case, perhaps, where you provided service above and beyond the call of duty?
Well, I think we do that a lot, but we do have cases where we actually went into a client's home one day, and her neighbor called us, and we provide service to the neighbor. And the neighbor called us and asked us if we would go in and check on her neighbor because she felt the neighbor wasn't doing very well. And when we went in to see the neighbor actually was on the floor. And we helped her all along. She ended up being in the hospital. She had several medical issues, ended up going to rehab, went back home, and we provided nursing services, private nursing services in the hospital. We went above and beyond in terms of when she came back home. we made sure that she always had a caregiver. And
see.
today she's doing wonderfully. And she went from 24/7 care to about 4 hours, 3 days a week.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go. In other words, you were able to stabilize the situation and see an improvement.
Right,
So,
right. And then leave when she became good enough to take care of herself.
okay. I guess there's really no formula, but when you're dealing with, say, some of our seniors just really want to be independent,
They do.
but they can't be, and in some cases, and so that's where you have to really sort of finesse and
Right.
and use your, I guess, soft touch, so to speak. So,
Well, I think with geriatric care management, our care management services, we're able to go in and do an assessment, make the home as safe as possible, and have someone live in their home until they physically can't live in it any longer.
now let's talk about that keeping the house, because one thing that I'm seeing with people that come into my office, it seems like people are falling a lot,
Yes.
and so can you briefly? I know it's lots of details, but can you briefly tell us how do you make a home safe for somebody who might fall?
Well, for example, a lot of homes have throw rugs. Eliminate
okay,
those,
great.
for example. Make sure
Common sense, yeah.
a lot of common sense things. Making sure that there are railings in the showers. Also making sure that if the person's on a walker, that they know how to use the walker, and that they're compliant with the walker.
I see.
And that really does prevent falls.
Okay. So, it's like you said, common sense, but you have the eye to walk into the house and start looking at
Right.
at situations from your experience.
Right.
What about Alzheimer's patients that are still at home?
Well, mild cognitive impairment, early onset. Sometimes people can be at home for a while.
I see.
And you can make the home safe that way, making sure that someone's always checking on them. So some can be in the home for a short period of time.
What would be a denominator that would say that it's time for that person with cognitive impairment to leave the house?
Well, I think when they can no longer provide for themselves with activities of daily
Okay.
living is the key. Cooking is an issue from a safety perspective. I think all of those, consulting with the physician and determining, the advancement, all of those issues kind of determine when it's time to go.
Okay, and can you?
Wandering is another one.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
What other services would you say you provide? You've given us some incredible examples of things that you've done for clients. What other services would you provide that we haven't talked about?
Well, we also provide services in terms of helping people find places to live,
Mhm,
other
mhm.
services. Some people may need meals. Some people may need bill paying. Some people they might need assistance with electricity and those kinds of things. And we
Mhm,
guide
mhm.
them to those organizations
Gotcha,
that provide
gotcha.
that service.
So you're obviously tailoring your services to whatever
Whatever the
is
need
needed.
is, right?
Now, let me ask you: will you also go into as necessary, into a nursing home or assisted living facility to
Oh, sure.
supplement care?
We do. We do
Yeah.
provide supplemental staffing for facilities, but we also provide private duty care for families.
Okay.
And we do a lot of work in facilities.
Okay, well, that's good to know. It's just like if you start with somebody at their home and you sort of become part of their life, it'd be
Right.
nice if you could continue if they
Right.
have to go to a
Right.
facility.
And then we
So-
do that. And we go to the facility with the person. And the family does become very attached to their caregivers.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
They really do.
And I know that it takes not only a kind heart to handle these people because sometimes our seniors can be very trying, can't they? I mean,
They are. They are.
Yeah.
They've lived and they've always been independent. And baby boomers are very independent individuals that are
Right.
becoming of age. And so we have to find a way to work with them and observe and make sure that they're safe.
Now, Lisa, tell us. I know your office is in Dallas.
Uh-huh.
What is your geographical area of service?
We're licensed in 9 counties.
Okay.
So we can just go just about anywhere in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Okay, but that's your backyard, and that's
Yeah.
where you
Yes.
really are.
Mhm.
Is there any limit to the number of clients you can handle at any one time, or is it just you just
No. We hire all the time for caregivers and nurses.
Right. Have people on call
And
and
we
that sort
have
of thing?
people on call 24/7. And so we'll go anywhere at any time.
Okay, great. Is there anything else that we'd like to tell our viewers on the Eldercare channel?
I just want to say thank you for this opportunity,
Well, thank you
And,
for coming today.
and if I can answer anything, please feel free to call Home Health Companions.
Okay, and when the video is showing to our listeners on the and viewers on the Eldercare channel, we'll have your contact information available
Okay,
for them to see.
that's
So
great.
this is John Vermillion with Lisa Shardon of Home Health Companions, and we thank you so much for listening today to the Eldercare channel. Thank you.